Opening the quiet power of prevention. In the last episode, we explored how your brain thrives on rhythm, how clarity isn't something you chase, but something you nourish with every bite. But what if that same principle could do more than sharpen your mind today? What if it could shape the next 10, 20, even 30 years of your life? Meet Daniel. He's 58, a graphic designer. Still full of creativity, but lately, his knees creak more than they used to. He forgets names just a bit more often. He wakes up tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. His doctor says everything is normal for his age, but Daniel wonders, what if aging didn't have to feel like decline? What if it could be empowered? And here's the truth, it can. Because aging isn't just about time, it's about inflammation, oxidative stress, and hormonal balance, all of which are profoundly shaped by how and when you eat. You age every time you eat. Most people think aging is something that happens slowly, invisibly, somewhere in the background. But in reality, you age a little every time you eat, depending on how that meal affects your cells. Does it spike your blood sugar? Does it fuel low-grade inflammation? Does it stress your mitochondria or support them? The way you eat today sends signals that either slow down cellular damage and promote repair, or accelerate wear and tear, even if your food looks healthy on the surface. And that's where the power of food rhythm comes in. It's not just what you eat. It's how and in what order you eat it, because that determines how your body absorbs, utilizes, and responds to each nutrient. In this episode of Eat in the Right Order, we'll dive deep into why aging speeds up when inflammation and blood sugar go unchecked, how oxidative stress builds up silently, and how food rhythm can slow it, the specific foods that nourish longevity and in what order to eat them, real-life meals that support skin, joints, hormones, and brain aging. And the gentle truth, aging well isn't about denying time, it's about aligning with it. So whether you're in your 30s and planning ahead, or in your 60s and ready to feel strong again, this episode is for you. Let's eat in a way that supports not just today's energy, but tomorrow's strength, focus, and vitality. Part 1. Why aging accelerates when we eat the wrong way. Aging doesn't just show up in wrinkles or gray hair. It shows up in the quiet places first. In the way your joints stiffen after sitting too long. In the way your skin loses its glow. In the way your energy dips before the day is done. But these aren't just signs of time passing. They're signs of something deeper, internal wear and tear. Micro damage accumulating meal after meal, year after year. And often, the trigger isn't obvious. It's not about whether you eat kale or cookies. It's about the rhythm, the sequence. The way you feed your cells from the inside out, the invisible forces behind aging. Every day, your body is working tirelessly to maintain you. It repairs damaged DNA, recycles worn-out cells, neutralizes toxins, regulates hormones, keeps inflammation in check. But when these systems are overwhelmed by stress, toxins, or the wrong eating patterns, your body starts to fall behind. That's when aging accelerates, not because of time, but because of 1. Chronic inflammation. 2. Oxidative stress. 3. Glycation and blood sugar damage. 4. Mitochondrial dysfunction. 5. Hormonal imbalances. And the most surprising part? Many of these processes are heavily influenced by the way you eat your meals. Inflammation, the silent accelerator. Inflammation isn't always bad. It's your body's natural defense and healing response. But when it becomes chronic and low-grade, triggered by blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and nutrient imbalances, it becomes a silent destroyer. It breaks down collagen, damages blood vessels, accelerates joint degeneration, disrupts hormonal communication, and even impairs brain aging. Every time you eat in a way that causes a rapid spike in glucose, like starting a meal with white bread, fruit juice, or sweet snacks, you fan the flames of inflammation. And if you do it 3 times a day, your body is constantly firefighting, never resting, never truly repairing. That's aging from the inside. Oxidative stress. rusting from within, imagine cutting open an apple and leaving it on the counter. What happens? It browns, oxidizes, breaks down. That's exactly what happens in your body when free radicals outnumber antioxidants, a state called oxidative stress. And guess what? Meals high in processed carbs, fried foods, or even just eaten in poor sequence can fuel this process, especially when they come with low fiber, little color, no veggies, no healthy fats to slow the burn. Oxidative stress damages your cells, DNA, and mitochondria, aging you at the deepest level. It's not just what you eat, it's what your body has to do with what you eat. Blood sugar damage, glycation. One of the most overlooked aging triggers is something called glycation. This happens when excess sugar in your bloodstream attaches to proteins, forming sticky molecules called AGS, advanced glycation end products. The name says it all. AGS damage collagen, sagging skin, stiffen arteries, and make tissues brittle. And the scary part, you can create AGS at every meal if you eat in the wrong order. When you start your meal with carbs or sugar without the buffering effect of fiber, protein, or fats, glucose floods your bloodstream. Insulin spikes, inflammation rises, AGS form. But when you eat veggies first, then protein, fats, then slow carbs, you cut that glucose spike dramatically. And that means less glycation, less tissue breakdown, less aging. Mitochondrial decline. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. They're responsible for creating the energy that keeps your body alive. But with age, and especially with high glucose levels and poor nutrition patterns, mitochondria become damaged and sluggish. This leads to fatigue, loss of muscle strength, slower metabolism, poor cellular repair. Eating irregularly, skipping meals, or starting with high glycemic foods forces mitochondria into a stressful cycle. But eating in a stable rhythm, fueling with protein, fiber, and good fats keeps them nourished, active, and protective. Hormones out of sync. From your 30s onward, hormonal changes begin to shape how you age. Estrogen, testosterone, growth hormone, cortisol, insulin, they all influence fat distribution, muscle maintenance, skin elasticity, mood, and cognition. And guess what regulates these hormones? Your blood sugar. Your meal timing, and the order in which nutrients hit your system. Disrupted eating equals disrupted hormones equals faster biological aging. But the good news, you can restore harmony without changing what you eat, just by changing how you eat it. Final thought, most people think aging is something they have no control over. But your plate tells a different story. Because every time you sit down to eat, you're sending signals to your cells, to your hormones, to your future. You're either accelerating wear and tear or feeding regeneration. So next time you feel a little older, a little slower, a little more tired than usual, ask yourself, am I aging from time? Or from the way I've been eating? And then choose differently. Gently, with rhythm, with love. Part 2, inflammation, oxidative stress, and how food timing can slow it down. If you could slow down time not on the clock, but in your body, wouldn't you want to? The truth is, while we can't stop aging, we can slow down its pace. And one of the most powerful levers is the timing and order of your meals. We've heard it before, you are what you eat. But what if the real truth is this? You age based on when and how you eat. Let's explore how. Inflammation, the chronic spark that accelerates aging. Inflammation is your body's emergency response team. It's what rushes to heal a cut or fight off infection. But when it becomes chronic, even at low levels, it becomes more harmful than helpful. This kind of inflammation deteriorates joint cartilage, breaks down collagen in skin, disrupts hormone balance, damages blood vessels, triggers fatigue, fogginess, and slow recovery. And guess what fuels it daily, often silently? Blood sugar spikes, eating meals out of order, erratic meal timing. Why when you eat matters. Let's say you skip breakfast, then grab a pastry and coffee at 11 a.m. Later, you eat a carb-heavy lunch, snack through the afternoon, and have a late dinner. That's a recipe for metabolic confusion. Cortisol spikes in the morning, no fuel, glucose crashes and rebounds. Insulin spikes especially when carbs come first, inflammatory markers rise. Over time, this meal pattern leads to constant alarm bells going off inside your body even if you're eating healthy foods. But shift the rhythm and the body shifts too. A 2021 study published in Cell Metabolism showed that time-restricted eating within an 8 to 10-hour window reduces inflammatory markers even without calorie changes. In short, your body loves rhythm. Your cells relax when meals are predictable and structured. Oxidative stress, aging's invisible engine. Imagine your cells being hit by microscopic sparks, tiny bursts of instability. That's oxidative stress when unstable molecules, free radicals, build up faster than your body can neutralize them. Left unchecked, oxidative stress damages mitochondria, DNA, proteins, cell membranes. This rusting from the inside accelerates aging at every level, and it's triggered by high sugar meals, frequent snacking, skipping fiber and antioxidants, overeating late at night. The power of order, a simple shift with profound effects. When you eat food in the right sequence, you change the metabolic impact of the meal without changing the food itself. Fiber first gives protein, fats gives carbs last. This order slows gastric emptying, lowers the glucose spike, reduces insulin release, lowers inflammatory signaling, decreases free radical production. A 2015 study in diabetes care showed that starting a meal with vegetables reduced post-meal glucose spikes by over 40% and insulin by 50%. Same calories, same meal, different order. Massive difference in aging signals. The anti-aging rhythm, time matters too. It's not just the order within your meals, it's also the timing between meals. When you eat too frequently, especially grazing all day long, you don't allow your body to reset. Insulin stays elevated, inflammation simmers. Your body never enters repair mode, but with structured meals and breaks in between, you activate autophagy, your body's natural cell cleanup system. Hormonal balance, especially insulin, cortisol, and melatonin. Digestive restoration, the gut gets to rest and reset. Eating within a 10 to 12-hour window, for example 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and stopping 2 to 3 hours before sleep, supports anti-aging functions throughout the night. What this looks like in real life, common aging accelerating pattern. Skip breakfast, snack mid-morning. Eat lunch quickly, carbs first, caffeine in the afternoon. Large dinner late at night, snack while watching TV. Sleep with elevated blood sugar. Anti-aging pattern. Eat a fiber-rich breakfast by 9 a.m. greens plus eggs. Balance lunch at 12 to 1 p.m. Veggies gives protein, gives slow carbs. Herbal tea or light snack if needed at 3 to 4 p.m. Light dinner before 7 p.m. Protein plus greens. Carbs optional. Water or calming tea after dinner. Fast overnight for 12 to 14 hours, for example 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. Same life, different rhythm, different aging trajectory. Final thought, inflammation and oxidative stress aren't just random outcomes. They're shaped meal by meal, hour by hour, bite by bite. And they don't just affect how you feel today. They affect how you'll function years from now. So the next time you sit down to eat, ask yourself, am I eating to survive or am I eating to regenerate? Because the food is already on your plate, you don't need to change it. You just need to change when and how it arrives in your body. And when you do, you don't just slow down aging. You invite vitality in. Part 3, longevity supporting foods and eating sequence. You don't need exotic superfoods to age well. You just need the right nutrients delivered in the right order day after day, meal after meal. Because longevity isn't just about what you avoid. It's about what you consistently invite in. And the foods that support a long, vibrant life, they're simpler than you think. What makes a food longevity supportive? Longevity supportive foods have 3 main functions. 1. They reduce inflammation, calming internal stress and preventing chronic disease. 2. They nourish cellular repair, fueling processes like DNA restoration and autophagy. 3. They stabilize blood sugar, protecting against glycation and hormonal disruption. These foods aren't just rich in nutrients. They're also gentle on the body, working with it, not against it. And when you combine them in the right order, you amplify their power. 1. Start with antioxidant-rich, fiber-filled veggies. Why first? They coat your digestive tract, slow sugar absorption, and deliver polyphenols and fiber, the keys to reducing oxidative damage. Top longevity veggies: leafy greens, kale, spinach, collards. Cruciferous: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. Fermented: kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, alliums, garlic, onions, leeks. A study in the journal Aging Cell found that people with higher intake of dark leafy greens had slower cognitive decline and better cellular methylation profiles. Eat these as the first bite of your meals, whether raw, steamed, or lightly sautéed in olive oil. 2. Add protein plus healthy fats to support structure and function. Why second? They help balance blood sugar, build muscle, stabilize hormones, and provide precursors for cell repair. Top longevity proteins: wild-caught fish rich in omega-3 south, organic eggs, lentils and legumes, tofu or tempeh, grass-fed poultry or small portions of red meat if consumed mindfully. Healthy fats to pair: extra virgin olive oil, avocado, walnuts and almonds, chia and flax seeds. These foods fuel mitochondrial health, reduce visceral fat, and build resilient tissues. Many neurotransmitters and anti-aging hormones rely on cholesterol and amino acids from these foods to function properly. 3. Include slow-digesting carbohydrates. Optional, eaten last. Why last? When eaten after fiber and protein, carbs raise blood sugar, gradually reducing glycation and insulin surges. Top longevity carbs: sweet potato, lentils and beans, quinoa, steel-cut oats, berries as dessert or a snack. Blue zones regions with high numbers of centenarians rely heavily on complex carbs like beans and root vegetables eaten in well-timed meals. The key is not avoiding carbs but honoring their timing. 4. Finish with digestive support: herbal teas or fermented drinks. Why? These calm the digestive system, aid nutrient absorption, and reduce post-meal inflammation. Examples: green tea, chamomile, ginger or peppermint tea, warm lemon water. Small serving of kefir or kombucha unsweetened. Finishing meals this way supports healthy microbiota, balance linked to slower aging, better mood, and stronger immunity. Putting it all together, a longevity meal in the right order. Imagine this plate. Step 1. Small bowl of warm sautéed kale with garlic plus olive oil. Prepares gut, rich in antioxidants, calms inflammation. Step 2. Grilled salmon with a side of roasted broccoli plus avocado slices. Gives omega-3 south plus amino acids, equals brain, skin, and hormone health. Step 3. 1/2 cup roasted sweet potato with cinnamon. Gives stable glucose, serotonin support. Step 4. Peppermint tea with a few raspberries. Gives digestive reset plus antioxidant finish. No need for calorie counting, no need for restrictive rules. Just rhythm, thoughtfulness, sequence. When to eat these foods, beyond the what and how, longevity is also about when. Morning, focus on greens plus protein plus healthy fat. Avoid starting with carbs like cereal, toast, or fruit juice. Afternoon, your most metabolically active window. Include full protein plus veggies plus optional complex carbs. Evening, go lighter, protein plus greens. Minimize carbs to support melatonin and cellular repair. In between meals, herbal tea, water, or a few nuts if needed. Avoid frequent snacking, let your body enter repair mode. Final thought: you don't have to chase longevity. It lives in the smallest choices. A handful of spinach before your bite of rice. A drizzle of olive oil over your salad. Waiting an extra 10 minutes to eat when your body truly signals hunger. Swapping your nighttime snack for chamomile tea. That's the secret to aging slowly. Not through extremes, but through consistency, kindness, and timing. Eat in rhythm. Eat in order. Eat for the future version of you that's still vibrant, still laughing, still living fully. Part 4. Sample meals that protect cells and support youthful energy. The meals you eat today shape the way you feel tomorrow. They determine how you move, think, and even how your skin glows. But not just what you eat, it's about the sequence and structure. Let's turn theory into action. Here are 3 full-day sample meals designed to support cellular repair, balanced energy, and graceful aging using the right food order and rhythm. Breakfast, ignite gentle energy, not sugar spikes. Goal, wake up the body slowly, support mitochondria, and feed neurotransmitter production without causing an early crash. Longevity breakfast bowl. 1. Start with light sautéed spinach with olive oil, garlic, and lemon. Gives prepares digestion plus high in magnesium and polyphenols. 2. Next, soft boiled eggs plus 1/2 avocado sprinkled with hemp seeds. Gives choline plus healthy fats equals brain plus hormone support. 3. Then, 1/4 cup steel cut oats with cinnamon plus 3 to 4 blueberries. Gives slow release energy plus antioxidants. For finish, green tea or matcha latte unsweetened. Gives gentle stimulation, anti-inflammatory, supports longevity genes. Why it works. This meal respects your cortisol rhythm in the morning, fuels clean energy without a spike, and sets the tone for stable glucose all day. Lunch, your peak metabolic window. Goal, feed your cells when they're most active. Boost collagen, brain clarity, and protect against oxidative stress. Midday meal for cell resilience. 1. Start with colorful salad with arugula, shredded cabbage, carrots, and lemon vinaigrette. Gives fiber plus sulfur-rich veggies detoxify cells, aid hormone balance. 2. Next, grilled salmon with turmeric roasted cauliflower plus pumpkin seeds. Gives omega-3s plus antioxidants equals protects telomeres, supports memory. 3. Then 1/2 cup cooked quinoa or roasted sweet potato. Gives fuel for sustained energy, supports serotonin production. 4. Finish, herbal tea peppermint or fennel. Gives aids digestion, reduces bloat and inflammation. Why it works. Lunch is the most forgiving time for carbs if you follow the right order. It keeps your energy steady and brain focused for the afternoon. Dinner, wind down, repair, and renew. Goal, calm your nervous system, avoid inflammation, and support nighttime cellular repair. Evening meal for restful regeneration. 1. Start with warm soup made from miso, leeks, mushrooms, and bok choy. Gives minerals plus prebiotics plus gut support equals sets the stage for repair. 2. Next, steamed tofu or white fish with roasted asparagus plus sesame oil drizzle. Gives protein for muscle repair plus magnesium for sleep plus anti-inflammatory fats. 3. Optional carb if needed. 1/4 cup mashed pumpkin or small serving of lentils. Gives gentle serotonin boost for better sleep, low impact on blood sugar. 4. Finish, chamomile or lemon balm tea. Gives triggers parasympathetic nervous system equals cellular healing mode. Why it works. Dinner is about restoration. This meal calms your system, keeps insulin low, and supports melatonin, your repair and anti-aging hormone. Bonus, snacks for longevity if needed. Though structured meals are best, some days call for a top-up. Choose brain and cell-friendly snacks that won't spike inflammation. A handful of walnuts, sliced cucumber with hummus. 1 boiled egg plus green tea, small bowl of berries. Celery sticks with almond butter. Tip, always ask, am I hungry or just unfocused? Tired? Sometimes a walk or deep breath does more for your energy than food. Real longevity is built in rhythm. You don't need to chase youth with powders, pills, or extreme fasts. You just need rhythm. Eat your greens first. Respect your insulin. Pause between meals. Nourish your repair window at night. Hydrate, breathe, be present. Aging slowly isn't about doing everything right. It's about doing the small things in order with care. Part 5 Summary and Gimu Episode 16 Eat to support emotional resilience. Aging doesn't begin in your joints, or your skin, or even your hormones. It begins quietly in the way your cells feel nourished, in how your body handles inflammation, stress, and recovery. And much of that begins at your plate. In this episode, we've discovered that aging speeds up when meals are unstructured, spiking blood sugar, raising inflammation, and stressing mitochondria. Oxidative stress, glycation, and hormonal imbalance are key culprits in early aging, and they're all influenced by how and when we eat. The order of your food matters, starting with fiber, following with protein and fats, and saving carbs for last gives your body rhythm and control. Certain foods like leafy greens, omega-3 rich fish, fermented vegetables, and antioxidant-packed berries nourish longevity when eaten in balance. Timing is just as important as order. Predictable meal times, breaks between meals, and lighter dinners support deep repair and youthful energy. But perhaps the most important message is this: you don't need to be perfect to age well. You just need rhythm, consistency, and care. Every time you eat in the right order, you whisper to your body, "You're safe, you're supported, you have time to heal." And the body listens, the cells repair, and you begin to glow from the inside out. Coming up next, episode 16, Eat to support emotional resilience. We often think of emotions as separate from food. We treat anxiety with distraction, we chase calm with coffee. We reach for snacks when stress feels too heavy. But what if emotional resilience, your ability to stay grounded, clear, and steady through life's ups and downs, was built bite by bite? In the next episode, we'll explore how food affects your nervous system, hormone balance, and mood regulation. Why eating in the wrong order can increase emotional reactivity and drain resilience. Which nutrients support serotonin, dopamine, and cortisol balance. Sample meals that help you feel calm, present, and emotionally strong. And how to eat in rhythm, especially on the hard days. Because food isn't just fuel, it's a message to your nervous system. A signal of safety, a source of steadiness. And when life shakes you, the right food rhythm can help you find your center again. Final thought: you don't age in a single moment. You age in a series of small choices, each one carrying you forward or holding you back. And now, you've seen that food can be more than health. It can be time travel, slowing your biological clock, renewing your strength, and helping you meet each season of life with grace. So here's to meals that honor your cells. Your story, your future. See you in episode 16.